Hello everyone and welcome back. Here we are in Chiang Mai in Thailand. What a journey it has been. So we left, but we went through Birmingham Airport and I went with Qatar Airways. I've never been with them before and I have to say I was quite impressed. Now I chose this flight because, well, this is how I picked this flight. First thing I do is go on Google Flights, have a look at what's available for the day I'm going and which have sort of the quickest times but the cheaper price. And the two that came out on top were Qatar Airways and China Airlines. Anyway, it was the China one. And it was between the two, but the China one went from Heathrow, and it's always my preference if I can to go from Birmingham because that's easier for me. I would say the China one was probably a little bit cheaper, but then taking into account how much it would cost me to get to Heathrow, it probably worked out about the same. However, I then went and used my American Express account and to look for travel deals. Now, I only have an American Express card because when I booked my flights to Madeira for last Christmas, BA offered me one and offered me points. So I thought, oh, well, you know, I always pay my credit cards off straight away, so it's not going to cost me anything. There are no fees with this card. But I'm glad I did, actually, because I booked through there and the flights for Qatar Airways came up. But they were £100 cheaper than on Google Flights. So on Google Flights, they were about $5.40, and I never book on Google Flights. I just don't. I just go on there for the ideas and I'll go to the airline or I'll look elsewhere. The airline was it was a bit more than $5.40 actually. It was a bit more than Google Flights. But when I used my Amex card and went through the book travel and put my flights in, $4.40 one way to Chiang Mai. And that was going with Qatar Airways into Doha, from Doha to Bangkok, and then Bangkok I changed to Thai Airways. But all on one ticket, all goes all the way through. So I didn't think £440 was bad for that ticket. And, you know, it's 19 hours from Birmingham Airport to Chiang Mai International. And how was the flight? Well, these flights were busy, but they were very efficient, took off on time, boarded quickly. When the first plane I got on, it was super busy, but for some reason I had the two seats next to me are empty. And they seem to be the only empty seats on the whole plane. And I was originally put on an aisle one, and I always prefer a window one, but I just will not pay for picking a seat. I'm just not paying that extra money. So no one was there, so I scootled myself along, and then I actually laid across all three seats and had a nap. And that flight was supposed to take 6 hours 40, and it took just over 6 hours. Came into Doha Airport, very clean, very easy to find the gates. Got into the next flight. Now this next flight was huge, and I was in economy still, but upstairs. I've never been upstairs in an economy before, so it was very strange. This one was absolutely packed. I was on a middle aisle seat, and this was about 6.5 hour flight. I mean, I was exhausted at this point, so I did manage to sort of sleep as well as you do on a plane, sort of snoozing in and out. But it wasn't too bad. Then got to Bangkok, and when I arrived in Bangkok, I went through immigration. So even though I was taking another flight, immigration was done at Bangkok, and it was very straightforward. There was no one there, so it was just one desk. She checked I had all the pieces of paper, sent me through to the immigration officer. They checked it, and then off I went through to domestic flights to get the flight into Chiang Mai. And I was given a sticker so that I knew my bags had been checked, and I just had to go and collect it when I got to Chiang Mai. Now, normally when you're going to Thailand, if you're a UK citizen, and I believe this is the same for many other nationalities, but they're always checked. But for UK, you would normally get 60 days on arrival, which you can extend another 30 days. But I have a DTV visa, and so she took that. I printed it off on A4, so it folded and fitted into my passport folder. I showed her that. You also have to do a digital arrival card within 3 days of arriving, and on there you just put your passport details, your where you're staying, and the dates you're leaving, and the flight that you're leaving on. So you need the details of your flight in and your flight out. And I did put those details in because I am leaving at the end of October. But because I have a DTV, I got given 6 months in my passport. So I actually don't have to leave on that flight that I've booked. I can stay for the 6 months. So on the DTV, which is the Digital Nomad Visa or Destination Thailand Visa, you're granted it for 5 years, but you're only granted a 180-day stay at a time. You do have to do your 90-day reporting if you are in the country for longer than 90 days at any one time. That's basically you go to the immigration office and just confirm where you're staying at that time. And so they give you 180 days. You can extend it another 180 days at the immigration office to give you a full year in Thailand, or you just leave and come straight back. And you can do that for 5 years. But as I say, I mean, I had that, but I already had my plans for Malaysia set for the end of October for 3 months. So the only reason we've got to Thailand early is because everything, we've got the gym business closed early, so we were able to come somewhere early. When I got here, it was a long old walk to go and get my case, but it was there waiting for me straight out because obviously I'd done all of immigration. Went and found a Grab, a taxi, and easy peasy got to my apartment. Just give you a quick show now because I need to tidy up, obviously. And my host was here. She showed me around, but I was so tired. I mean, she was making small talk with me, but I don't think I was really responding. And I had a shower and just chilled out. I have to say, it's funny, isn't it? Because when you go on holiday, you really try and get over your jet lag quickly. But I don't know if it's because I know I'm here for 6 months or I am just exhausted. But today, I haven't really felt like doing anything. I just want to sleep. I can't sleep when I'm supposed to. I'm all over the place. And I'm hungry all the time. I get this when I'm flying. When I'm flying, I just want to eat non-stop. I don't know if you get the same thing, but I'm still feeling hungry. But I'm sure my body will settle down. And also, my knee is really hurting today, so I want to rest it. So as much as I want to go out exploring on day one, because you know me, I love to throw myself in there, I think, given how painful my knee is, that would be very stupid and I could end up worse. And I am so tired. I'm really tired today. So all I've done really is I've had a walk up the street. I've gone to the supermarket to get some main things, like washing powder, some groceries, shampoos, all that stuff. Got to grab back. And that's basically all I've done today. And the rest of the time I've been in and out of sleeping. But I'm hoping that by tomorrow I feel a little bit more human and we can start exploring. So I would say the journey was fairly straightforward to get here. And I'll also say that it feels really, really weird to be here. I mean, I'm loving being here, but I feel very strange, like it hasn't all quite sunk in yet, that I still don't own anything except for one suitcase and a rucksack full of things, and that I'm homeless and jobless, and that this is my life. I don't know when that will sink in, but it hasn't sunk in yet. But anyway, I'm sure we'll be off exploring very soon. Thanks for watching. It was a fairly good trip, I have to say. I'm just tired. Got any questions on the trip or the visa or anything, feel free to ask. And otherwise, I will catch up with you soon when we start exploring Chiang Mai. Thanks for watching. Bye.